Everybody plays college football. There's guys that are in the NFL Hall of Fame that'll never get into college football.
One of the things the Mountaineers, various reasons, it wasn't the same reason from game to game, but some slow starts against Kansas State, Mississippi State, Miami, Warren. I'm sure they'd like to come out and play a good, crisp opening few minutes to this basketball game.
Yeah, I look for West Virginia to really come out and put a lot of pressure on them, try to take the heart out of this team. They're 1-6 right now, really try to get them down early.
Big size advantage for the Islanders, who win the tip. They are in the dark blue uniforms.
As expected, West Virginia coming out in that man-to-man. I look for a lot of pressure out front.
Shot on the way by Hamid Ali. Thought he drew some contact. No call. Kulich to the rebound. The Islanders starting man-to-man as well, Warren. And you would think this would play to the strength of West Virginia. A big, big size advantage in this game.
Yeah, I would certainly inside. Get that ball down low and see if you can have some success.
Jabari Hines instead lets loose and banks the long two-pointer in.
He'll tell you after the game he intended to do that.
Chris Hawkins-Mast, the second leading scorer for the Islanders.
Islanders coming off a tough loss. They had a shot at the buzzer to beat South Alabama. Ali shot a shot that hit the front of the rim and came off.
Terrence Jones hits a three-pointer.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, he's a very streaky shooter. If he gets going, he can maybe make things interesting for the Islanders.
I watched the clip of him, and he's really good at dipping you inside and then falling away. He can create his own.
Truck Bryant down to Kulich. Lost the handle, now double teamed and loses the ball. Jonathan Jordan the other way. Here's Jones, another three. It is good. So Terrence Jones has hit his first two three-point attempts, and it's 6-2 Islanders.
Well, he had struggled prior to this, not this game, but 2 games ago he had struggled. Last game he was 4 for 7 from 3, and he had hit 4 in a row before missing 3. So hell, he's a streak shooter. Someone's have to get on him so that he doesn't get started here.
There was a time in that last game where he was 3 for 3 from three-point range, but 0 for 5 from the free throw line. So very difficult to explain some of those things. Fresh 35 for the Mountaineers. Down the blocks to Kulich. And Kulich is going to be called for offensive foul.
Dennis is going to have to give the ball up. They are dropping and double teaming. That ball came from Keaton Miles. Keaton Miles has not been shooting the ball well, so they're going to double down. Number 5 is going to turn right around and come down and double down. Dennis has got to recognize that and then kick that ball back outside.
And you'd think that's the hope for the slighter defenders of the Islanders, is to get position, maybe draw some charge calls like Dempsey did there.
But see, they really can't afford to do that on the side with Truck, because Truck's been shooting the ball well, but Keaton hasn't been, so they're going to double down on that.
Jonathan Jordan inside. Chris Hawkins-Mast had it adjusted by Kulich. Shot off the mark. Here's Bryant. He'll slow things down to Keaton Miles. Now West Virginia will reset the offense. Jabari Hines, three-pointer, no good, off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Jonathan Jordan.
Good box out by Texas A&M Corpus Christi that time.
And Jordan, the nice move, draws the foul, and he'll get a chance for a three-point play.
Foul is whistled on West Virginia's number 4, Jabari Hines, his first.
Jabari Hines way too high. He has to break down. And with his quickness, that shouldn't happen. Bob Huggins making the substitution right now. Now, Jabari Hines knows better than he has to break down on a quick guard.
Jordan, one of 7 freshmen on the Islanders team, a very young team, 61% free throw shooter. And that one's off the mark, but a good start for the Islanders, and another slow start. Again, maybe a different reason, but another slow start for West Virginia. And Truck Bryant just had it slip through his fingers.
Bob Huggins wanting full court pressure. Trying to get his team jump started here after a very, very sluggish start.
I'm sure this is just what you fear. We talked about that important 4-game stretch. Team comes in 1-6. Maybe not the concentration you'd like to see. Ali pump fake. To Maxey. Maxey tries to dump it down to the baseline to Jordan, goes out of bounds. I beg your pardon, that was Myron Dempsey for the errant pass.
Jonathan Jordan at 5'10" is an interesting character. Boy, what a rebounder he is for his size.
He won the dunk contest this year. Evidently has a 45-inch running vertical leap. Explosive athlete.
Well, he and Gary Brown are on each other. Both of them good rebounders for guards.
15 on the shot clock. Kalichla. Jump hook is good. Dennis Kalichla. Cuts the Islanders lead in half, 8-4. Miles nearly with the steal. Pull-up shot off the mark by Hamid Ali. West Virginia looks to push. Truck Bryant, three-pointer, and it is good for Truck Bryant.
You could see it, that shot by Truck. A lot of rhythm there. Took his time, stepped into the shot, and knocked it in.
And the other way, shot off the mark by Myron Dempsey. Truck thought about it and now draws contact from Terrence Jones.
Islanders foul whistled on number 5, Terrence Jones.
So a good start for the Islanders. They jump out to the 8-7 lead. Truck Bryant with a three-pointer, cutting it to 1 for West Virginia. One guy who's really played well, you talked about him, Truck Bryant.
Yeah, Big East Player of the Week. I think Truck really feels so much comfortable at that two-guard position. He seems so much more relaxed. He's stepping into his shot. He doesn't have that pressure bringing the ball up against Heat all the time, and I think he's benefiting from it.
Freshman Gary Brown and Jabari Hines have been able to handle that role. Bryant's three-pointer off the mark, and there's Jonathan Jordan at 5'10" guard with his second rebound of the game. He has both the Islanders' rebounds. They've only got 2 so far. Brown out really pressuring. Working baseline is Hawkins-Mast, and they're going to call a foul on Kevin Jones.
West Virginia foul.
Well, I think Kevin Jones was looking for help on that baseline just now, and it didn't come. Usually there's a double team or a trap.
The foul line for the Islanders, number 11.
Kalichla was there, and one other player, I couldn't see who it was, but someone didn't step over to help out just now. Now, obviously, Kevin's got to cut that off, but when it does happen, you expect help from the backside, and it was not there.
Hawkins-Mast, and he hits the first. This is a Islanders free throw shooting team. It's one of the worst in the country, as we see Kevin Noreen checking in for Dennis Kalichla. West Virginia has also struggled from the free throw line. They're 297th out of 345 teams, but they are ahead of the Islanders, who have really, really struggled from the free throw line, but Hawkins-Mast hits them both. And if you're going to stick around in a game and try to pull an upset, you have to take advantage, if you're the Islanders, of your opportunities at the free throw line.
Well, I'm sure Willis Wilson is happy. You know, he knew that his team would have to stick around. Nice pass from Brown to Kevin Jones. But stick around and make sure that this thing didn't get away from him earlier, and they're hanging right in here.
First basket of the game for Kevin Jones.
Good read by Gary Brown on that drive.
Hamid Ali being dogged by Truck Bryant. Gives off baseline, shot well off the mark by Dempsey. Rebound to Gary Brown. Truck Bryant, contact, no call. Noreen trying to dump it down to Jones. Beautiful catch and finish for Kevin Jones.
Kevin Jones is getting isolated inside, and he is just too strong right now for a Hawkins-Mast. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. They're not doubling down on him like they did Kalichla, but Jones is going to have a field day if they leave him one-on-one inside like that.
And I think we saw there not maybe the best pass in the world, but Jones has such great hands.
Yes, we've heard Bob Huggins talk about that.
Backdoor cut to Hawkins-Mast, and they're going to get the block call inside. And if this is on Jones, it's going to be his second, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be on Kevin Jones.
And that's one of those calls you see inside the arc.
His second.
Kevin Jones coming over to try to help out Noreen, who had gotten beaten on the baseline. They're calling the block on Kevin Jones. He's going to take a seat here. It'll be interesting to see how this goes now. Forsythe coming in for him.
Pat Forsythe in for Kevin Jones. The Islanders also making some substitutions. Jason Smith, a junior college transfer, is checked in, as well as 7-footer Ted Wong, who is from China. And Hawkins-Mast is perfect from the free throw line. And the Islanders jump back out to a 2-point lead.
And Kevin Jones on the bench with 2 fouls says, you know, first time no one helped me out. I got a foul. Now I'm trying to help someone else out, and I pick up another.
And bringing in Wong at a time when he doesn't have to deal with the burly Kalichla or Kevin Jones. Wong very slender, 7 feet, just 215 pounds. Noreen trying to get it into Forsythe, couldn't do it. Now Brown. The shot clock running down, and the reach-in foul is going to be called on Jason Smith. I mentioned 7 freshmen, 10 newcomers. Smith, one of 3 transfers that have come in for the Islanders. So Willis Wilson taking over a program that needed a little help, needed a little guidance, and he has a lot of young players that he's trying to work into the system.
Right. And, you know, you look at Willis Wilson's overall record, 220 and 252, and people might say, well, you know, boy, that's not that good. But at Rice, when you're in the, and, you know, it was, of course, it was the Southwest Conference then, and then, you know, he was playing against teams, and the academic rigors at Rice, very difficult to get some of the players in. You know, he didn't get some of the guys that went to some of the other schools that he was competing against. So that record might be a bit misleading, but he's a heck of a coach.
Brown 1 for 2. Lead is down to 1. West Virginia flashes some pressure, then on the inbounds they'll retreat. I really like this young backcourt of Jordan and Ali. Jason Smith into the lane and challenge there. Has it blocked, and then the rebound comes to Kevin Noreen, who did the defense and got the rebound.
He doesn't look rattled at all.
And the Islanders want a timeout. Willis Wilson will use one. But that was a Kansas State home crowd
Right,
for all intents
was.
and purposes. Bob Huggins has really seen his team improve from the beginning of the season.
Well, we talked about it, too, when they lost to Kent State. Kent State came and played a good basketball game. Now, I don't know if it'd be the same right now if they played West Virginia, but Kent State's a good team.
Checking into the game for the Islanders, Jordan Pope-Didier. And now a 5-second call as Jason Smith had nowhere to go, and West Virginia has turned up the defensive intensity.
Yeah, you know, Bob Huggins bringing those young guys in. He didn't like the intensity he saw at the beginning of the ball game. Brought some guys in, and they've turned up the heat.
Jake Coher and Hamid Ali check in. Coher seeing him for the first time, another one of those 7 freshmen for the Islanders. Truck Bryant goes right by him and then is challenged, and Didier comes away with a block. They're going to say it's off the Islanders, will remain West Virginia basketball.
Well, I think it was a pretty good block. 2 guys got it. I think, yeah, you know, Truck ended up on the floor, but there was a lot of ball there. I didn't see enough contact to call the foul, and the officials did the right thing.
Pope Didier and Wong in there. Truck Bryant will try the 3 this time, off the inbound play and off the mark. The pull-up shot. And that was challenged in transition, and the rebound pulled down by Forsythe. Brown to Brown, and that's Aaron Brown from Gary Brown, and it is a 3-pointer, and West Virginia's lead is at 4.
You know, it didn't look like Aaron Brown really had great control when he first caught that. Well, he has to be beaming with confidence now.
Now a foul on Pope Didier away from the ball, and Bob Huggins' team, after a sluggish start, has grown their lead. He has made the most of his 4 minutes.
He certainly has.
5 points and a steal credited for Aaron Brown. Gary Brown gets the Mountaineers into their offense. Still without Kevin Jones and Dennis Kalichla on the floor. Now we have a foul called on Pope Didier. See, Noreen were battling for position.
Yeah, Noreen trying to get a cut to the basket. Pope Didier blocking and kind of holding him as he's trying to get to the low block.
Team foul, number 5.
Second foul on him, and so Pope Didier checks out. Myron Dempsey checks back into the game for the Islanders.
West Virginia went up 14-13. Willis Wilson called a timeout. They just lost the lead after holding for quite a while. And now he's worried right now as a coach about his team sticking around and keeping this thing close.
Wong battling on the floor, and Forsythe and Noreen were there as well. It's going to be a held ball, and it is going to be possession to West Virginia. You can see Wong quite slender, 215 pounds, but holding his own against a couple of Mountaineers. Slight delay while they wipe the court down. And another 35 for West Virginia. And another foul called as Truck Bryant really drew that. The first foul on Myron Dempsey.
Whistle to number 22, Myron Dempsey.
Truck might have an acting class too.
Team's 6th.
Well, you see that more now as defenders are going to that high hedge around the country. You see more guards doing that and drawing that call.
Stepping in on that big guy and making the contact.
Gary Brown slashing to the basket. Beautiful move by freshman Gary Brown.
Excellent move, but poor help defense by Corpus Christi. He should never be able to get all the way to the hole uncontested like that with the bigs back there.
Boy, there's Aaron Brown in the passing lane again, batting away the pass attempt from Hamid Ali to Jake Kohler.
Jordan, Hawkins-Mast.
And Wang never saw him coming down the lane right there. Wang should have had a chance to step in and at least take a charge or contest the shot.
A good learning environment for Gary Brown and Jabari Hines, who's checked into the game now for Brown at Kansas State. A really hostile environment and a very relentless defense from Kansas State. And that's a quick acceleration of what lies ahead with Big East Conference play coming up. A nice pass inside, deflected off, and then put back in by Chris Hawkins-Mast.
Basket by Ali.
Kind of pinballed around in there a little bit.
Well, the initial pass inside was in tight quarters and bounced around. As you said, yeah, Hawkins-Mast the recipient of that loose ball.
Hines loses the handle. Back the other way is Jonathan Jordan. Alley-oop pass, and it is finished on the other end by Hawkins-Mast, who just got his fingertips on that.
That's a great athletic move. I thought he was going to try to dunk it at first, and he just calmly laid it off the ice in the basket.
Now the Islanders have cut the lead back down to 2 again. Bryant takes it to the hole, and they're going to draw another charge call on the Mountaineers.
West Virginia foul whistle on number 25.
It looked like the timing of that was a little bit off. Hawkins-Mast had to go back behind him and get it. Laid it up with the fingertips, and now the charge call on Truck Bryant. Bob Huggins having a conversation.
Bob Huggins going to his bench again, bringing in Dominic Rutledge. Forsythe out of the ball game, so Bob's going to the entire bench there with his bigs.
Pump fake and the move inside, off the mark, rebound, pulled back down again and swatted away again from Myron Dempsey, and he controls one more time. Takes it one more time, baseline, still can't get it to go. Kept alive though by the Islanders again. Dempsey did everything but score there, but did keep it alive for the Islanders.
The Mountaineers, when shots are going up inside, are not finding people to box out. They're standing there. Corpus Christi coming in and pushing them in. And another foul.
West Virginia fouls whistled on number 12.
That is going to be the first on Aaron Brown. You mentioned Dominique Rutledge has checked into the game. As Bob Huggins, I don't think extremely pleased with what he's seeing from his team. That was, by the way, the 6th team foul in West Virginia, so the next one will be the 1-and-1.
Well, Jones on the bench with the 2 fouls. Kalichla really struggling inside, losing the basketball a number of times, and Hugs did not want to see that.
Kohler going baseline. Leaves off inside for Dempsey as it blocked away. Back the other way comes Jabari Hines, and he angles in for the right-handed layup, and he is fouled by Hawkins-Mast, and he'll go to the free throw line. First foul on Hawkins-Mast.
Number 11, Chris Hawkins-Mast, his first.
You know, both teams playing aggressive right now, Rob. It's going to be hard to get a flow going in this ball game because we've got a foul about every time down the floor here.
4, Jabari Hines.
7th team foul, so Hines was shooting. He shoots 2 here, but it'll be 1-and-1. And the bonus for West Virginia the rest of the half. Hines' first one is good, 65% free throw shooter.
Ted
Wong has checked back into the game. And they've got two big guys out there. Wong at 7 feet tall and freshman Nate Maxey at 6'11", both very slender, both weighing 215 pounds. Maxey, by the way, number 22, has a 7'9" wingspan.
Wow. Wow, that can contest some shots inside.
So not a bulky Islanders team, but they do have some height on this squad. Coer now in trouble and able to give it up to Jonathan Jordan. Crowd wanted to travel, no call. Jordan drives in, has it batted away. Rutledge goes to the floor. He can't control, and he's tied up by Jonathan Jordan. Possession arrow will remain with the
Ball, possession arrow to the Islanders.
Give the Islanders credit. Coming in here 1-6, they are scrapping. They really are. They, from a bulk standpoint, as far as weight goes, they can't, really handle or hang with the Mountaineers. But right now, effort, you can't complain about that if you're Willis Wilson.
Boy, Coer was looking around for someone to pass to, just threw it off Brown's leg, Aaron Brown, and we'll get another chance to try to inbound here. He's still having trouble. Going to throw it long, and he'll find an outlet there in Hawkins-Mast. 10 on the shot clock. Shot off by Hawkins-Mast, too strong. Rebound by Rutledge, and now a pushing foul. Boy, kind of a frustration foul by Nate Maxey.
Maxey had no chance at that rebound. Rutledge had good position inside. Unnecessary push in the back.
Personal, team foul number 8.
So Rutledge 0 for 2 for the season from the free throw line. We'll get to shoot the 1-and-1 as Maxey checks out, and Dempsey will check back in.
Virginia. Number 1, Dominic Rutledge.
Rutledge, the transfer from Western Texas College, has played sparingly and is now 0 for 3 from the free throw line for the year. And that allows the Islanders a chance to cut into this lead. Not much longer. Truck Bryant with a steal ahead to Jabari Hines. Hines will finish on the other end.
And credit Truck Bryant with that pressure defense again, coming up with that steal, and Hines away like a jet.
Lead is at its largest 6 for West Virginia. Jordan kicks inside.
Good
and they're going to get the
job
charge on him as Truck Bryant stepped in front.
And Bryant way outside the arc just now. Good position.
Number 10, Jonathan Jordan.
And here's Hines finishing again off the defense by Truck Bryant. So the senior stepping forward with 2 good defensive plays and back-to-back possessions for the Mountaineers.
Well, with the quickness of West Virginia's guards, if there's a turnover out front, it's very difficult for anybody to beat them back. Certainly the bigs are going to get back, and you have to hope your guards can catch them, and that's a tough order.
Hines tried to dump down to Brown, and it goes off Brown and out of bounds.
Tight quarters. Brown saying, my fault, I should have had it, but that's a tough pass to handle.
It's a rapid pass from a short distance.
Oh, my. Looks like a laser beam coming at you.
Yeah, the Islanders still kind of trying to hang around here at the Coliseum. Lead is just 6. Jones has been quiet since his 2 early threes. Goes inside to Wong. Wong. Batted out of that position by Noreen, and he's going to draw the travel call. Wong just could not establish himself with position down low, and so
can get in there and get good position because they're not going to try to block a shot. Indecision by big guys sometimes, should I take the charge or try for the block, gets them in trouble, and he usually causes a block. Truck that time committing himself to that charge.
Kevin Jones has 2 fouls. He's been out for most of this half for the Mountaineers. Dennis Kalichla also been on the bench, sitting next to Coach Bob Huggins. So the West Virginia bench has done a nice job. They've come in and outscored the Islanders bench 8-0. That has been the difference in this 6-point lead for the Mountaineers. Hines to Truck Bryant. Long 3-pointer on the way, and it is good.
For 3.
Got the nice bounce off the front of the rim.
And he hit the front of the rim. It's really unusual to see a ball go up and then go over.
Kick back out to Jordan. Terrence Jones has been very quiet. Truck Bryant's been on him since he hit 2 early threes, and Jones has not gotten a look. And now Jones with Bryant on him. And He runs right into Noreen. No call either way. Jabari Hines back the other way. He'll pull up. Shot off the mark. And the rebound batted out of bounds. And it will be West Virginia basketball.
That shot by Jabari Hines didn't go in, but what a good recognition. A lot of young guys would have tried to go in among the trees and shoot that up. He recognized it, pulled up, and took a 10-footer.
Hines shooting 50% from the floor in the year, so has made a lot of good decisions on when to shoot. Now inbounds to Truck Bryant. Fresh 35. Mountaineers up by 9, their largest lead of the game. Dumped inside to Bryant. Bryant goes up and draws another foul. Boy, Truck Bryant has really been able to use good body position to draw some fouls against the Islanders.
Number 22.
Yeah, nice move by Truck. Before, Truck, especially at the point, used to get out of control and come down and either turn it over or have to throw up a crazy shot. He was under control that time, drew the big guy into him. You know, the one thing that Truck did that time is he went into the big guy. When you have a shot blocker there, you can't go straight up because they'll block it. You need to get your body and go into him, and that's what Truck did.
And Truck misses the first of those 2 free throw attempts. Pat Forsyth will check back in for Dominic Rutledge.
Dennis Kalichla had those 2 early turnovers and didn't recognize the double team. The lock is still on the doghouse door, I think, right now.
And Bryant misses them both.
Bob's letting him sit and think about this for a while. Boy, Truck Bryant missing 2 free throws there. He needs to really knock those down after getting a call like that.
Jones, the crossover, now kicks it out to Jordan. Back to the corner, and the shot is blocked for Hawkins-Mast. Rebound is pulled down and laid back in by Dempsey, who drew the foul, and will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Bob Huggins right back to the bench.
Dempsey.
I think it's for Forsyth. Yeah, Forsyth standing there admiring the play, and his man slips inside, gets that rebound, and sticks it in.
And we'll draw a conversation and an explanation from Coach Bob Huggins.
Dempsey, free throw line for the Islanders.
Probably not where you want to be standing at that point of the game.
No.
And Dempsey misses the free throw. Lead is back down to 7 for the Islanders, and now showing some pressure.
Well, 1-2-2 half-court trap. Good job by West Virginia.
Out to Truck Bryant, 3-pointer well off the mark. He battles in for the ball, still loose on the floor. And let's see what the call is going to be. And it is going to be a foul, the second on Chris Hawkins-Mast.
Truck Bryant was the benefit of his bad shot. He saw that shot as soon as he let it go that it was terrible and followed it in. He caused all the mess inside just now. West Virginia able to get a ball, and then a foul called on Corpus Christi.
Noreen, redshirt freshman. And we'll get a very friendly roll there. The Mountaineers are just 4 of 8 from the free throw line today. Gary Brown will check in for Truck Bryant. And Willis Wilson will counter with Hamid Ali, and he will check into the game for Myron Dempsey.
Of course, Noreen's a redshirt freshman. West Virginia basically with 4 freshmen and a junior on the floor at this point.
And that junior, a junior college transfer. So
yes.
yeah, all pretty much new faces here for the Mountaineers.
Exactly.
Noreen hits them both. The lead back up to 9, 28-19.
I think Kevin Noreen may have a little blood.
At Forsyth.
And it's Forsyth, despite drawing the ire of Bob Huggins, who goes back in, and not Dennis Kalichla, who remains chained to the bench. They just have not found a way to get this guy, Terrence Jones, any shots. Draws the foul call here by Gary Brown. But Jones, remember, hit those 2 early threes as we take a look at Dennis Kalichla. Of course, Kevin Jones not playing because of the 2 personal fouls. But Jones, after those 2 early threes, he has just not gotten a sniff, hasn't even gotten a shot off.
No, West Virginia putting the clamps on him. And the best way to keep a good shooter like that from knocking him down is to deny him the basketball.
1 and 1. And Jones hits, just a 57% free throw shooter. And we talked about the importance of the Islanders banging down these free throws if they want to hang around in this game. By the way, a good crowd on hand. You're playing in Corpus Christi, you don't get too close to home. He's from Baltimore, so a lot of fans up from the Baltimore area, friends and family to watch him play. And his 2 free throws cut it to 7. Pressure shown again by the Islanders. They break that pressure. Now Gary Brown will try to get him into the offense. Sag back into a 2-3 zone. Rutledge to Hines. A fake, the pull-up. Off the mark, rebounds to Hawkins-Mast.
Jabari just can't get that shot to drop. Again, another good decision by him.
The Islanders just hanging around in this game. Jones a lob and a beautiful pass in, but Hawkins-Mast can't hit.
Well set up. Hawkins-Mast makes a really difficult shot a while ago and has trouble with the easier one.
Into Rutledge. Rutledge in trouble. Spins, kicks out. Now Brown in trouble. They'll reset the offense. 15 in the shot clock. Keaton Miles shot. And it is